Now, one of the best things about Wake Up is that everyone working on it believes in the message of the show, which is why it's great that our producer, Jenna, can share her message of how to become more empowered and more productive starting today. So welcome, Jenna, to this side of the camera.
I know, it's so fun.
Now, do you do crafts a lot? What's your background with this?
I do. I actually grew up doing crafts, but I was involved in a pretty horrible incident. The Santa Monica Farmers Market crash was 11 years ago. In Santa Monica, California, a man drove through the market and he killed 10 people and he injured 64 of us. And he hit a table that flew at me at 60 miles an hour. And it swerved and killed the man standing next to me. So I had really severe post-traumatic stress disorder for several years afterwards. And one of the things that helped me heal was crafting.
Right.
And so I'm really excited today to be able to talk about how I calmed my chaos and how I found my happiness through being able to do crafts that are not only fun, but functional and productive.
Right. So what does crafting do for you? Like while you're in the process of it, what does it do for you?
Well, it's one of those things that's really tactile.
Yes.
And so it shifts your brain to a different part and you're not thinking about anything, or at least I'm not. I don't think about anything else except the task at hand when I'm crafting. And it's almost like this meditative place for me.
Yeah.
And so I just get really calm and I'm able to focus and get something done, and then at the end of it I feel really productive. The PTSD for me was so severe that I stuttered when I talked and I forgot basic words and I couldn't express myself. And for someone like me who's a communicator, that was really hard. And so I started to express myself through crafting.
Yes.
And it was just such a profoundly powerful thing for me that I love the opportunity to come on and share that with the world. And when you get there and you're able to like really dig in and do something with your hands and be like, I'm done with that.
Yeah.
And then something like this to be able to hang it on the wall. This is actually the bulletin board I made last year that I have in my living room that matches the decor, that when people walk in, they're like, that's so you. And it's functional.
Yeah.
It helps me keep organized. And when you have post-traumatic stress disorder, everything's chaos.
Right.
It's complete chaos. And so organizing was really important to me, but fun organizing, functional organizing.
And we're not talking about putting something else on your plate that's going to stress you out even more.
No.
I mean, this idea is very simple.
It is.
It is very simple. And I think when you're in that creative space as well, like you said, it's very calming.
Yeah.
And then you get to have your personality
Shining.
around your house. Yes, exactly.
Exactly. So you take the wine corks. The board that I made up here, I cut the wine corks in half. The other way that you can do it is just to take a hot glue gun and put a little glue on the back, and you just get a picture frame, any picture frame that's going to match your personality, your room, your space.
Right.
And get it, take the picture out, take the glass off of it, use the cardboard backing, and you just start hot gluing these wine corks to it. And you can arrange them in a funky way if you like to do that, or you can, have them all lined up. It just depends on what you love to do.
Right. And it doesn't necessarily have to be this size. I mean, because calendars come in different sizes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I loved this calendar because, like I said, this hangs on my living room wall, and it's kind of far away from where I tend to do my work. So I wanted something that I could see really far away. But you can make it any size, any color, any personality. You can frame, my mom loves horses. I buy her a horse calendar every year. You can frame that up and put the wine corks on. The reason the wine corks are there is because then you can post your bills up there. You can post, a card that makes you happy, a postcard from a friend, whatever it is, up on your wall to inspire you, to keep you motivated. I truly have a printout of the 4 agreements.
Right.
That I put on that bulletin board, and it's up on my wall because that motivates me.
And I think too that the cool thing is that when you're doing crafts like this, when you make it a mindful activity or a conscious activity, and you're very calming and you make it fun, then every time you look at it when it's hanging on your wall, then it reminds you of, yes, just breathe, just slow down.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's not just your personality that's up on the walls, it's reminding you to to consciously slow down a little bit.
Absolutely. And it's empowering to take something and make it yourself.
Yeah.
So every time you look at that, you're like, I did that.
Yeah, absolutely.
How cool.
And I can imagine you could paint these little corks as well.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. And they do sell sheets of corks at the craft store too. So it doesn't necessarily have to be wine corks, though wine parties are fun.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Jenna. Now, for more on Jenna, you can head along to her website, which is createwithjenna.com. Okay, now I think we need some more wine that goes with those corks.